Hey, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to your ultimate destination for all things Dallas Cowboys. From the latest news, game analyses, rumors, to deep dives into player performances and strategies, we've got you covered. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a play. Let's dive into everything you need to know about America's team. The Dallas Cowboys have made what could be one of the boldest moves in recent NFL history, as rumors swirl that they have secured Brian Burns as the cornerstone of their defensive line. Sources close to the team suggest that this move is not just a signing, but a statement, a declaration that the Cowboys intend to dominate defensively in a way the league has rarely seen. Imagine a defensive squad led by someone with Burns' agility, explosiveness, and relentless pursuit of quarterbacks, someone who can disrupt offenses before they even have a chance to breathe. Insiders hint that the locker room is buzzing, that players are talking about the shift in energy and intensity that Burns' presence alone brings. While the front office has remained cautiously quiet, the speculation is that this acquisition signals a new era, a period where the Cowboys are willing to invest heavily in elite defensive talent to balance out what has traditionally been an offensive powerhouse. Fans, analysts, and rivals alike are trying to predict how this move will change game plans, how opposing quarterbacks might suddenly feel pressure from angles they never expected, and how the aura of the Cowboys' defense could evolve almost overnight. The impact of Brian Burns extends far beyond the stats or the highlight reels. It is about presence, intimidation, and the ability to alter the rhythm of an entire game. Rumors suggest that the coaching staff views him as a transformational figure, someone who can teach younger players how to maintain relentless focus while also injecting creativity into defensive schemes. Conversations around the league have reportedly taken a different tone in recent days, as coaches and executives attempt to recalibrate their expectations for facing Dallas. Sources hint that Burns' leadership is already being felt in team meetings, practice sessions, and even casual locker room interactions, as his approach to preparation and intensity appears to be contagious. The speculation is that the Cowboys are not just looking for him to make big plays, but to redefine what their defense represents, a unit capable of controlling games, dictating pace, and forcing turnovers at critical moments. In a league where offensive firepower often dominates headlines, this rumored shift towards a defense-first identity is making waves, and opponents are reportedly bracing for an entirely new level of challenge when they face Dallas. Insiders are suggesting that the Cowboys management sees this as a calculated risk, but one with enormous upside. Brian Burns, despite his age, brings a rare combination of speed, technique, and adaptability that many believe could elevate the entire defensive roster. The whispers from within the organization imply that there are plans for Burns to be the anchor of multiple schemes, from aggressive pass rush formations to complex zone coverages that confuse quarterbacks and offensive lines alike. Analysts speculate that this acquisition might force rival teams to rethink draft strategies, free agency plans, and even long-term roster building, as the perceived dominance of the Cowboys' defensive front suddenly becomes a central topic of discussion. Meanwhile, fans are reportedly ecstatic, flooding social media with speculation, memes, and hypotheticals about just how dominant Dallas could become with Burns leading the charge. The atmosphere seems charged with anticipation, as if the league is on the verge of witnessing a team reshaping its identity from the ground up, and all signs point to Burns being the catalyst for that transformation. The rumor mill has also focused on the chemistry factor, suggesting that Burns' integration into the Cowboys' defensive unit could be smoother than anyone expects. Multiple sources hint at an immediate connection between him and the team's other defensive stars, fostering an environment where communication, timing, and trust on the field could reach unprecedented levels. There is talk that his presence alone might inspire younger players to elevate their own games, not out of obligation, but through the natural influence of his work ethic and commitment to excellence. Speculators are painting a picture of a defense where every player is motivated, every assignment is executed with precision, and opposing offenses face a wall of intelligence and athleticism. Even commentators are beginning to speculate that this move could have ripple effects beyond the Cowboys, possibly inspiring other teams to pursue high-profile defensive acquisitions, shifting the NFL's balance in a way rarely seen in recent years. The narrative emerging from these discussions is that Dallas may no longer just be an offensive juggernaut, but a team capable of imposing its will on both sides of the ball. Rumors indicate that this signing could also redefine the perception of the Cowboys' front office and coaching strategy. Traditionally seen as a team heavily reliant on offensive stars, Dallas is now portrayed in insider chatter as a franchise unafraid to invest heavily in defensive dominance. Analysts speculate that Brian Burns' arrival might be a signal to the league that Dallas is thinking decades ahead, focusing on sustained excellence rather than short-term headlines. There is even chatter that this move could have cultural implications within the NFL, inspiring other franchises to reconsider how they allocate resources and prioritize team identity. Fans are reportedly already envisioning scenarios where Burns' pressure leads to game-changing turnovers, playoff-defining plays, and a new aura of invincibility surrounding the Cowboys' defense. The speculation is that this is more than just a player signing. It is a statement of vision and a declaration of intent that has left the league buzzing with anticipation, analysis, and yes, a little bit of apprehension. Finally, insiders are hinting at possible long-term ramifications, suggesting that Burns could become synonymous with the Cowboys' defensive renaissance for years to come. The whispers suggest that he will not only dominate games, but shape a new defensive philosophy, one that blends aggression, intelligence, and adaptability in ways opponents have yet to encounter. The speculation is that coaches across the league will be forced to devise new strategies just to contain the threat he presents, and analysts predict that his influence could elevate not only individual teammates, but the overall perception of defensive play in the modern NFL. The buzz, fueled by social media, podcasts, and insider reports, is that Brian Burns may not just be another player. He could be the face of a defensive revolution in Dallas, one that transforms the team into a multifaceted powerhouse capable of controlling games from the line of scrimmage to the secondary. If these rumors hold true, the NFL landscape is about to witness a profound shift, and the Cowboys may well be at the center of it, with Brian Burns leading the charge in a way few anticipated, but everyone is now eagerly imagining. Speculation continues to mount regarding how exactly Brian Burns will integrate into the Cowboys' defensive system, with insiders suggesting that the coaching staff is planning innovative schemes designed to exploit his unique combination of speed and technique. Rumors indicate that practice sessions have already showcased glimpses of how Burns could dominate both the interior and the edge, creating constant pressure on quarterbacks while also reinforcing run defense. Analysts are theorizing that his presence might allow the Cowboys to employ more aggressive blitz packages without sacrificing coverage integrity, making the defense unpredictable and dangerous. There is chatter that Burns could influence game strategy in real time, as his ability to read offenses and react instantly may allow coaches to adjust tactics on the fly. Sources suggest that teammates are reportedly motivated by his approach to film study and preparation, and that his professional demeanor may foster a new level of accountability throughout the defensive roster. Fans, meanwhile, are imagining hypothetical scenarios in which Burns' pressure leads to highlight reel sacks, forced fumbles, and turnovers, all contributing to an aura of defensive dominance that the Cowboys haven't been known for in recent seasons. The speculation is that the ripple effects could extend far beyond the defensive line, impacting every aspect of Dallas' defensive identity and challenging opponents to rethink their approach to the game entirely. There's also talk in insider circles that Brian Burns' impact may extend into leadership, with sources suggesting that his approach to the game is inspiring a culture shift within the Cowboys' locker room. Rumors imply that younger defensive players are now holding themselves to higher standards, motivated by the presence of a player who blends elite skill with unmatched work ethic. Analysts are speculating that this could translate into measurable improvements on the field, from improved tackling efficiency to better communication and execution in high-pressure situations. The narrative emerging is that Burns is not just a player to be relied on for individual production, but a catalyst for team-wide excellence. Fans and commentators alike are painting scenarios in which Dallas defense becomes more cohesive, strategic, and intimidating, forcing opposing offenses to constantly adjust, rethink, and improvise. Speculation is rife that this move could set a new benchmark for defensive acquisitions league-wide, redefining the value of elite edge rushers and how they can influence the overall perception of a franchise. The whispers suggest that Brian Burns' arrival could mark a turning point, a defining moment in Dallas' pursuit of defensive supremacy that has everyone talking. Sources close to the team are hinting that the front office's vision goes beyond short-term gains, focusing instead on a long-term defensive philosophy that integrates Burns' abilities into multiple facets of the game. Rumors suggest that the Cowboys plan to use him not only as a pass rusher, but also as a versatile threat capable of influencing coverage schemes, run defense, and situational matchups. Analysts speculate that this could result in a defense that is unpredictable and multifaceted, forcing opponents to account for every possible angle of attack. Inside chatter implies that coaches are exploring new alignments and formations to maximize Burns' impact, creating a system where his presence allows others to shine while simultaneously elevating his own statistical production. Fans are reportedly imagining what it will be like to watch a defense that can dominate the line of scrimmage, control the tempo of games, and intimidate opposing offenses into mistakes, all because of one transformative player. The speculation is that if these plans succeed, Dallas could be redefining the standards for what it means to build a championship-caliber defense in the modern NFL. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. The buzz around Brian Burns is also fueling rumors about potential domino effects across the league, with sources suggesting that rival teams may now prioritize edge rushers in ways they hadn't before. Analysts are speculating that the Cowboys' move might trigger a wave of defensive spending, as teams attempt to match or counteract the perceived dominance of Dallas' frontline. Inside whispers indicate that executives are reevaluating draft boards, free agency targets, and even salary structures to accommodate the new benchmark Burns has set. Fans are reportedly exhilarated by the notion that Dallas might spark an entire defensive renaissance in the NFL, inspiring a focus on game-changing defenders rather than purely offensive firepower. The narrative taking shape in media circles is one of a league on edge, as one elite signing could ripple into shifts in strategy, roster construction, and the very philosophy of what constitutes a dominant football team. Rumors suggest that Brian Burns may not just impact Dallas. He could change the conversation across the entire NFL landscape. Insider speculation also touches on the psychological edge Burns might provide, with sources hinting that quarterbacks facing Dallas could feel heightened pressure simply knowing he is on the field. Analysts speculate that this mental factor could translate into mistakes, hurried throws, and turnovers, magnifying Burns' impact beyond physical stats. The whispers suggest that coaches are planning to exploit this aura of intimidation, designing schemes that capitalize on opponents' awareness of his presence. Fans are reportedly already imagining entire drives collapsing under this pressure, game-altering plays that could swing momentum in favor of Dallas. Rumors indicate that the Cowboys are carefully balancing this psychological advantage with disciplined execution, aiming to create a defense that is not only talented, but also strategically imposing. The narrative is that Brian Burns' arrival could shift perceptions, turning Dallas into a team feared not just for their offensive explosiveness, but for an intelligent, aggressive, and overwhelmingly dominant defense that influences the league in real time. Finally, speculation suggests that the long-term vision is as ambitious as the immediate impact. Sources hint that the Cowboys view Brian Burns as a central figure in a multi-year strategy, one that prioritizes defensive excellence as a core identity. Analysts are theorizing that this approach could yield sustained success, creating a team that is both adaptable and formidable, capable of challenging for championships consistently. Insider chatter emphasizes that Burns' influence extends beyond the field, shaping preparation, culture, and team mindset in ways that could endure for seasons. Fans and commentators are imagining a Dallas Cowboys defense that evolves into a model of modern dominance, where strategy, talent, and leadership converge around one transformative player. The rumors paint a vivid picture of what might be the beginning of a defensive dynasty, all sparked by the acquisition of Brian Burns, a move that has set the NFL abuzz and left everyone wondering just how far Dallas might go under his leadership. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.